I'll be perfectly honest with you. When I decided to cover the Age of Revelation, I knew this was going to be like an expensive endeavor. And I was going to be about $300, about $100 a month, giving up just on this. We're not even talking about all the other comic books, but just on this, I knew I was going to be about $100 a month, about $300 for the whole thing. So when I saw this Book of Revelation, #1, I'm like, why? You already got Age of Revelation, #1. You already got World of Revelation. Like, why do you also need Book of Revelation? Like, why did I just buy this? Why am I reading this? And then Jed Mackay was like, homeboy, hold my beer. Let me show you why. I'm sorry, Jed. I'm sorry for doubting you. Support this comic book series by visiting your LCS. My name is Dorian. This is SEO Comics. We are continuing our coverage of Age of Revelation with Book of Revelation #1. Our story starts off in Philadelphia, in the Revelation territories. I am so tired of saying that. It hasn't even been a month yet. At Revelation's headquarters, there's this little girl. She's sitting in a room and she's scared as hell. She's thinking about her parents, but she's thinking about them in a way of like, I wonder how they grew up, because they didn't grow up in this craziness during the whole Age of Revelation. She, unfortunately, was born into this. Now, she is a chorister, so she has the ability to amplify other mutants' powers. And she is dealing with a ghost that is yelling her name right now, or quietly saying it, whatever it is. She's saying Elbecca. And then we cut to earlier that day. We have Revelation, and he's talking to the masses, and he's like, a chorister has been killed. Topaz was murdered while she was trying to help a village repair their homes after a storm. Murdered by the X-Men. Now, if you don't know what the hell I'm talking about, don't worry, I got you. Your boy got you. Link to the playlist will be in the description. This happened in Age of Revelation #1. So then he's like, the snakes are in our Eden. There are some that won't want the sapiens to have their boots back on our neck. But will we let them win? And the crowd yells, no! I mean, if I was a really good YouTuber, I would have like crowd noise, somebody say yelling no, but you ain't getting that here, homeboys and homegirls. Probably only one homegirl, but mostly homeboys, you ain't getting it here. Nope, not this channel. So Revelation's like, no, we will not. And as one chorister falls, we have another that rises. So he's about to introduce a little girl to the crowd. Fabian Cortez pulls her aside and is like, step forward, Elbecca, you stupid child. And she's just like, but I'm scared. And he's like, he's doing you a great honor. So step forward and don't embarrass him. So Revelation heard the whole conversation and is like, be quiet, Cortez. It's okay to be scared, Elbecca. You're a chorister now, so it's your job to help me. And I can use some help because I'm awfully scared talking to these people on my own. And she's like, you're not scared, you're Revelation. So then he's like, well, if I'm not scared, then maybe you don't have to be scared either. So what do you say? Let me go introduce our new chorister to all these happy people. So then she's like, I'm okay. Thank you, Mr. Revelation. And he goes, you can call me Doug if you want. As they both wave to the crowd. So as they're walking away because the thing is over, the little girl's like, Doug, can I ask you a question? Revelation's like, of course, Elbecca. You're a chorister, so you're family. And she's like, you don't talk to them like you talk to us. Like, when you talk to them, you talk like Revelation. But when you talk to us, you talk like a normal person. And he just laughs and he's like, yeah, that's true to a certain extent. It all comes down to language, Elbecca. And language is what I specialize in. You see, for me friends who live here, I have to be what they expect me to be. Like a cross between Magneto and Dr. Doom. Speaking of Magneto, did you guys know that there is a whole generation out there, unless they read the old X-Men comics, they came up, and if they read comics, they don't know that Magneto was a bad guy. One of the best supervillains, not just in Marvel, but in comics as a whole. Whole generation never read Magneto where he was a bad guy. That's just boggles the mind. But Jed Mackay's here to remind us that, hey, that happened. So then it continues. They want a leader who sounds powerful, someone who makes them feel safe and proud. They don't want just a normal person as a leader. They want a leader who is more. And it's my responsibility to give that to them. So then he's like, you know what? It's been a big day. Chance, can you show Elbecca to her room so she can get some rest? Choristers, you guys are off the clock for tonight. So Chance is walking the little girl. Chance, I heard in a long time. Like, she was like a little fallen angel. She has the same kind of power. She enhances. But I think also, too, she can nullify. Like, she can enhance your power or she can shut down your power. If I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong. Let me know in the comments if I'm wrong. But she's walking with her, and then Fabian Cortez is like, yeah, good night. Don't let the ghost get you. Chance turns around and is like, shut up, Cortez. What the hell's wrong with you? So then he explains how there's a ghost of Philadelphia, and you hear the whispers in the walls, and she's mad, and she's going to get you. So Chance is like, look, you're wrong, and just leave. So Elbecca's like, is it true? Is there a ghost? And Fabian Cortez is still like, Elbecca, I would never lie to you. I am speaking the truth, as I was when I called you a stupid child. Good night. Now, again, unless you read these comics in the 90s, then you don't know how Fabian Cortez was. Like, this is Fabian Cortez to a T. Like, when he came back in Sentinels, or actually, no, he came back, Sentinels / Mystique. Like, that was a nicer, kinder, gentler Fabian Cortez. But in those videos, I was reminding people, like, look, if you ain't never dealt with Fabian Cortez, this ain't him. All right. What you're seeing right now, this is Fabian Cortez. He is an acolyte. He still dresses like an acolyte. He might be a chorister. That is an acolyte. If you need an example, he's like Starscream. You know, he's second in charge, and he's always looking to usurp the person who's in charge, which in Transformers, that was Megatron. Now, Fabian Cortez did that to Magneto. I don't think he's going to do that to Revelation. Like, he doesn't sound like a person who wants to usurp a Revelation, especially once we get further into this book. But normally, that's Fabian Cortez's MO. So when we cut back to Elbecca in her room, and the ghost is trying to talk to her, and she's trying to act all tough, and she's like, I'm not scared of you. Like, I am a chorister, so that means I'm not scared of you. And deep down, she's like, I am lying my ass off. So the next morning, Fabian looks at her and is like, you look terrible. She's like, yeah, I didn't sleep well last night. So Cora's like, sleep is not a luxury, it's a necessity. If you want to be able to do your job right, you have to get it. And yes, this is Cora the Blood Moon. So Becca's like, Cora, why does Cortez act like that? And Cora's like, because he is a fool. As the first, he wants to hold his seniority over the rest of us. The X-Men killed the wrong one. So then Elbecca's like, he's really mean. And Cora's like, indeed, he hates you, just like he hates all of us. The fewer choristers there are, the more important he is. So Elbecca's like, can you help me? And Cora's like, no. I am from Morocco, so we have to figure out our own problems. It's either figure it out or perish. So Revelation comes, and he goes to his choristers, and he's like, Apocalypse doesn't like what I'm doing down here, so he's sending somebody to come talk to me. It's probably going to be war. And she should convince me to stop doing what I'm doing. But you know that's not going to happen. All I ask of you guys is don't let them provoke me. That's it. And then Death shows up. And he's like, greetings, Revelation. And Revelation is like, greetings, Death. Thought it was going to be war. Didn't think it was going to be you. Where's your sister? So Death is like, you really didn't expect my father to do something that obvious, did you? So Death gets straight to the point. And he's like, you have failed your mission. You have squandered your inheritance. Apocalypse demands that you surrender your territories that you shamelessly named after yourself. So Revelation is like, he was always direct with me. Well, let me be as direct as he is. No. So Death is like, we know what you're planning, Ramsey, and it is an abomination. And Revelation is like, you've delivered your message and you have received mine. Now, return to your own world, messenger. So Death is like, a little respect here, please. I could just look at you, Revelation, and you would die. So Revelation is like, and I could just tell you to die, and you would do it. So then Death's like, oh yeah, before I forget, one more thing he wanted me to tell you. We are saddened to hear of the loss of Bear the Blood Moon, a mighty warrior hunter. We offer our condolences to the death of your wife. And this pisses off Revelation to the highest level of festivity. And he's like, Choristers, to me. All four of them just amplify his power, and he goes, kneel. And that's exactly what Death does. So Revelation is like, you are his blood. Yet and still, he named me his heir. And Death is just struggling. He's like, kill you. And then Revelation is like, tell Apocalypse that he abandoned any power he had over me when he gave me his mission. This is my world now. This is my cause. You tell him to keep quiet and stay on his retirement home that he calls Araco. So then he tells him to go home. So Death opens up a portal and he goes back to Araco. But before he does, he's like, you shouldn't have done this. So then Revelation pulls a Will Smith and he's like, well, I guess you should have kept my wife's name out your motherfucking mouth. So Chance is standing there and she's like, so what happened to don't let them provoke me? So we got to Elbecca. She's sitting on top of her roof and Fabian Cortez comes to visit her. And I'm not going to read everything that he says, but he pretty much fully admits that he is an hole, because he is a asshole. He is a jealous asshole. And it was so refreshing to read this, because you got some people who just know they're assholes and they're fine with it. They don't really care. Then you got some people who just don't know that assholes. Those are the ones that get on your damn nerves. All that I have, I owe to my usefulness to Revelation. Seeing someone so much younger come in, someone who could replace me, it's only natural that I feel threatened. And she's like, oh no, I would never replace you. Like, I'm just here to help. And Fabian's like, and I believe you, Elbecca. I really do think you want nothing more. But still, and then he grabs her arm and she goes, ow, you're hurting me. And he goes, it's best not to take chances, and throws her off. So she is falling to her death. And the ghost shows back up and I was like, Elbecca. And she's like, ghost, help me. She goes, use your power. And she's like, on who? And the ghost is like, me. So she just does. All of a sudden somebody says, okay, finally, I can get things together. And a hand grabs on to Elbecca's hand. And the ghost goes, hi, Elbecca. My name is Kitty Pride. And you're going to be okay. Holy shit. Like, what? Like, what the hell happened to Kitty? Like, God, this comic had everything you could want in this. Like, I didn't even want to buy this comic. And I've been kicking myself if I didn't, because this comic was fantastic.